Hey everyone, what's going on? It's Sensei Pink, and I'm coming back to you guys for my review on Lower Olympus episode 106. As you guys can see, there's been a slight change in my studio space. We are in my room today, my beautiful pink Sensei room. Everything's pink, as you can probably guess. And I just want to say happy Easter, everyone. Please stay safe, wash your hands, and while you're in quarantine, go follow me on both Instagram and Twitter, which will be in the description below. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe and notification button to see more weekly videos. Jumping into this week's episode, we are brought to Hades, who is in his car after leaving Mint's apartment, and after what he just went through, he does not feel like going home. After convincing himself that both Cerberus and his pup want to go to work, Hades makes his way there. After realizing how far behind he is after the whole Mint incident, he decides to catch up on his work, and as he catches up on his work, time flies by and it's almost time for work to start. With some time to spare, Hades decides that before work starts, he's gonna head to the company gym and take a quick swim. But when he arrives, he's so surprised to see Percy swimming in the pool. After seeing Percy, Hades inquires on what Percy is doing in the pool, to which she tells him that she's just trying to swim out some first day nerves. Following up with this question, Percy asks Hades if he's going to take a swim, to which he tells her that he's not, but encourages her to keep enjoying the facilities. Though we can see that Hades had intentions on going to the pool but doesn't want to enter since Percy is there, Percy then offers to leave the pool so that he can take a swim, but our man Hades gracefully declines and leaves the pool and goes to get ready for work. As the day starts for Persephone, our girl Hecate gets her all set up with the computer and some work and tells her to, if she needs any help, refer to a user guide, or she can ask Thanatos if she needs any help. With Hecate gone, Percy tries to introduce herself to Thanatos formally, but his salty Hades ex-Percy hating ass just rudely brushes her off and tells her that he already knows who she is. Now Thanatos, you know what? I ain't even gonna talk about him, but what I do know is that Rachel better do something about his salty ass. Moving along, Percy then has a sort of rough time, especially with Thanatos doubting her qualifications, and ends up not getting too much work done by the time Hecate comes in for the day to check in on her. After Hecate checks in on her and is faithful that she'll be able to catch up soon, Percy then asks Hecate if Hades is free at the moment. Now, before Hecate can even respond, we get some smart ass comment from Thanatos, but he kind of gets brushed to the side as Hecate tells Percy that Hades should be free and in his office. Shortly after heading to his office, we then have a sort of awkward encounter between both Mint and Percy, and then soon after we pan over to Hades, who's having a meeting with Hermes. After wrapping up his meeting with our best boy, Hades questions Hermes on why does he have some balloons wrapped around his wrist, to which Hermes tells him that he's surprised that he doesn't know because today is sort of like a special day. As Percy then begins to enter the office, Hermes instantly spots her, sees her, and rushes to her and yells to her, "Happy birthday," in which we then end off this episode with Hades looking completely shook because he didn't know that it was Percy's birthday. Alright y'all, now that this episode is over, let me get back to what I was gonna say about Thanatos. First of fucking all, I'm going to need him to take several goddamn seats so that he can accept his I'm the #1 hating ass employee of the month award, because he really ain't shit. Like, he is so big mad at the fact that at first he tried to act like he was better than Percy, especially, you know, we know that instance where he tried to basically pulled her off the train and said that he got somewhere to go, he's more important than her. And now obviously he feels some kind of way because he found out that Percy is Demeter's daughter and that he ain't shit compared to her. Like, him just being the hater that he is just gets me hyped to the day when Percy, you know, officially becomes queen and she can just put him in his place, or, you know, Hades finds out that, you know, he's a little snake in the hater and puts him in his place as well. Either way,
bitch, calm the down and know your place.
Next. Now, I know we all aren't on great terms with Mint, but I gotta give credit where credit is due. Rachel did that on those finger waves in Mint's hair. Period. Like, I don't know if y'all noticed that, but the finger waves on Mint's hair, I was like, oh damn girl, you look good. And lastly, I have to talk about our best boy, Hermes. Like, he is just so so adorable. Like, I think it's been clear for some time that Hermes does have a bit of a crush on Percy, and honestly y'all, if Hades wasn't in the picture, I'd be rooting for him to be with Percy. That's just me, y'all. But unfortunately that's not the case, so I hope that, you know, maybe in the future when he, or if he finds out about what Apollo did to her, he like is the first one to beat him up, or, you know, further down the line, maybe because he does like Percy, he helps to ruin the anti-Percy club's plans to bring her down. Alright guys, now that my opinions have been laid out there, let's jump into some predictions for episode 107. For my first prediction, although Percy is sort of slow at her job at the moment, I feel like she's definitely going to get better with practice, and maybe, you know, she'll be pushed to even start helping Thanatos. And we all know that Thanatos is, you know, not the biggest fan of Percy. So once maybe she's assigned to help him, that's just gonna send him into overdrive, and he's really gonna try and dig up that dirt because he can't take it no more. Like, I really feel like, you know, especially if that does happen, you know, I feel like Thanatos is gonna be like the one person who puts like the final nail in the coffin, you know, in this plot against Percy. And between him, Thetis, and Minth, he's probably going to regret it the most at the very start of it, because maybe he gets to feel the wrath first or something. For my second prediction, I feel like since it's Percy's birthday, Hades might just try and take our girl out on a little date. Although I know that, you know, Percy has like sort of set these boundaries and they both are like abiding by it, I really think that since it's her birthday, she just might, you know, take him up on the offer, but it's gonna be so much to like their detriment. I feel like that move would just be very detrimental to them, because maybe, you know, Thanatos might just follow them around, take some pictures, and, you know, use it sort of down the line in the plot, you know, against Percy. Who knows? For my third and last prediction today, I feel like, you know, we're gonna get another unfortunate visit from Apollo, who is at Percy's house when she comes home. And when she comes home, you know, he's gonna try and give her some gifts, you know, to which we all know that she fucking hates him. And when this shows, especially in front of maybe Artemis, who is there, she's gonna start pressing Percy on why she hates her brother. We all know that, you know, Percy has a hard time talking about what happened with Apollo, so I think with Artemis maybe pressing her for an answer and her not being able to fully respond is really just going to put a strain on their relationship. Well guys, let me know, what do you guys think of these predictions, and what do you guys think is going to happen and go down next episode? As always guys, go follow me on both Instagram and Twitter, and smash that like button if you enjoyed watching. And don't forget guys, hit that subscribe and notification button if you would like to see more of me, Sensei Pink.